What's going on, guys? Welcome back to another video here on the Samurai Radio Sports Network. And today, you see it by the title and the thumbnail, we start going in depth about the Miami Dolphins draft picks one by one. There should be another video out today. It might regard me either streaming or it could be me announcing when I'm going to start doing certain other series. But yeah, if you haven't seen my full, I guess you could say analysis, short and simple analysis on the Dolphins draft, you can find that either in the link below or it will pop up on the screen on one of these two places at the end of the video, and you can just click it and it'll take you to the video. But I wanted to talk about Charles Harris. So Charles Harris was the first round draft pick for the Miami Dolphins. They're at number 22. And honestly, probably one of the greatest draft picks we've had in the past couple of years. Devontae Parker is still raw in terms of not showing us what his potential is as a first round pick. Jawan James had a rough start last year, but came back really strong towards the end of the year. They picked up his fifth-year option. I expect him to be a very good right tackle, him, and then a left tackle of Laramie Tunsil from last year, who was a great guy at left guard and will probably be an even better left tackle. I think he'll end up being a Hall of Famer at that left tackle position. But it's starting to get better. I mean, I think it has something to do with the Dolphins front office being sound. They made that pick last year of Laramie Tunsil in a heartbeat at 13 after they fell to him because of the gas mask situation. And I think this year they stayed put and they made the right choices, not trading up, not trading down. And Charles Harris is one of those dark horses that just basically fell to them in their laps at 22. And it's something that I really enjoy. Now, I look at Charles Harris, and especially watching a lot of his tape, because I go on draft recap stuff and I look at basically all of his stuff, CFB Film Room, all of their channels that they have, and just the website in general. I look at his games against Arkansas, LSU, Florida, everything I can watch, basically to get some information on the Missouri defensive end, number 91. What I can tell you guys instantly is that I see a guy who is basically like Cameron Wake. Now, I might put up a video somewhere here really quickly. It was not going to be any audio, but you'll see a video of something of just showing you what I mean. But I see a guy who's like Cameron Wake, and I feel like that's very good for us because, I mean, they wore the same number, and you've already heard him say that he's going to try to be that annoying little brother to Cameron Wake, and to try to get to basically bug him, but to get to be a better player. And that's one thing I mentioned in the video for the overall draft analysis, is that the Dolphins pick guys that just love football. I know a lot of people were wanting us to pick Reuben Foster. I know one of my friends in general, as I mentioned in that video, really wanted us to pick Reuben Foster, but I'm glad that we didn't bite the bullet and we took the safe pick. We needed to get a little younger at defensive end. Andre Branch, I believe, is 27 years old, is getting up there, as well as William Hayes. They cut his contract short, so his contract will run out at the end of 2018. So in the start of March of 2018, when the new NFL year rolls around, I expect him to have a good year with the Miami Dolphins. And then Cam Wake isn't getting any younger. So although Cameron Wake is still one of the greatest pass rushers in the game right now, we need a guy who will be able to come there and be good. And I think that Charles Harris is going to be one of those guys that is going to produce for the Miami Dolphins at defensive end. And it makes me very happy. I think he'll end up being a rotational guy for the Miami Dolphins this upcoming season. I expect him to rotate out with all the defensive ends, Andre Branch, Cameron Wake, William Hayes, and some other guys that we can roll out there. But I expect them to really, and Terrence Fadea as well, actually. I expect them all to be rotating out very well. I think it'll be an upgrade from what we had last year in Mario Williams. Nothing against him as a player or a person, but obviously he's towards the tail end of his career, and there's nothing, you can't stop Father Time. It's going to get to you no matter what, unless you're Tom Brady, because he's just some freakish human, honestly. But I like it. I think it's a very safe pick. I think it is the right pick. Now to go into like what I think his strengths are. So I look at Charles Harris, as I said, and I see another Cameron Wake. I think he has a really good first step off the edge, and I think he provides that, I guess you could say, pass rush that we need. And he can get to the quarterback. Obviously, he's a sack machine. He's a guy that will get to the quarterback when we need him to, and as many times as we need him to. He still has some developmental issues in terms of The run game, I know a lot of people have been saying that he's not that good against the run, but that gets solved easily, especially through OTAs, minicamp, everything that we need them to get through. They will try to solve that. We have a great defensive coordinator in Matt Burke who will help him out with that role. And of course, he's learning from the great Cameron Wake. So he will have a guy there that will help him, including with Andre Branch and William Hayes. There'll be guys there to guide him along. And this could be, especially William Hayes, who's a good run-stopping defensive end, could have ending up being one of those guys that is just very good for the Miami Dolphins and a future Pro Bowler. I wouldn't be able to doubt it. He's one of the guys that I look at right now, along with Jamal Adams, as probably my favorites to win Defensive Rookie of the Year. If I had to really think about it, I'd probably put Jamal Adams ahead of him just because he was a higher pick, and sometimes they kind of value that, as you see with Joey Bosa, who after missing 4 games just tore it up last year for the San Diego Chargers and now Los Angeles Chargers. But I expect him to be very good. I expect him to be up there for Defensive Rookie of the Year. Obviously, it was a very defensive-heavy draft, as you can see by the rest of our draft picks. But I think he's one of those guys that'll be that future stopper for the Miami Dolphins. He'll be able to get to the passer. He'll be able to stop the run. It looks like he has a very, very high motor out of what I've watched on his tape. And it looks like he plays every play like it could be his last, which is what we need. We need guys who are going to be very, very dominant. We need guys who are going to love football and want to play and go on that field every single day, no matter what it is, to show up every Sunday, Monday, and Thursday, to be those guys that can shape a locker room and create a culture. And we haven't had a lot of that in Miami as of recent in terms of the football aspect. Basketball, they have a winning culture there with Pat Riley and Eric Spoelstra. They know what they need to do. If you guys live in Miami, you know the Marlins are a disgrace. The Panthers, hockey's never going to kind of succeed here for us. But the Dolphins are one of those staples with Don Shula and Dan Marino. It was kind of a culture. Bob Greasy, all those guys that every person outside of the Miami Dolphins organization or people who live in Miami would know. They shaped their culture, and it was a winning culture. Even though Dan Marino never won a Super Bowl, it was still a winning culture. And I like that he's going to be one of those guys that, since he loves football, is going to help the Miami Dolphins create a winning culture. And as I said, I just expect him to be a dominant player for the Miami Dolphins. And I'm looking forward to seeing him every single Sunday, Monday, and Thursday on Saturday night when they have those sort of, I guess you could say, kind of weird scheduling issues. But yeah, I'm looking forward to it. I think I'm going to go to the first preseason game. Either that or I'm going to week 1 against Tampa Bay. So that should be interesting. I will have a schedule breakdown sometime later this week. I might go and do 2 picks a day just so I can get that out on Friday, because I won't be able to make a video on Friday or Saturday, so I'll have to make those on Thursday night. But overall, I think Charles Harris is going to be a very good player for the Miami Dolphins, and I hope you guys think so too. Let me know what you guys think down below in the comments section. Make sure you guys leave a like on the video. Make sure you hit that subscribe button. We are on the way to 500 subscribers. I need to build my viewership back. I know, because I lost a lot of trust from you guys being gone, even though it was a computer situation. I know I need to gain that back, and I'm back and ready to make videos for you guys. Sorry there was no video yesterday. I was editing a video and it just got me really frustrated, so I ended up waiting until today to make it, because I want to make a video out of frustration. So hope you guys did very much enjoy this video. Like I said, make sure you like, comment, subscribe. I will see you guys next time, and as always,